Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Okay, heads up. I might be a little behind on getting some of these builds out in the manner in which I was intending to. But I want to go ahead, talk about a few things. We're going to get into this specific piece in a minute. Okay. We're going to talk about the new scaling system. Okay, so Brian and the team have decided to scale proc sets off of weapon damage instead. Now, in on from their position, they did weaken the procs, right? They did considerably, unless you stat for it. That's great. It's amazing. Good job. It's good. But once again, for the players who know what they're doing, it becomes a problematic scenario. Case in point, I'm like, okay, you guys are going to scale this, right? Off of spell damage and weapon damage, which is fine. But because they're going to be like, well, now you're really going to have to sacrifice. No, I don't. I don't, actually. Because what I can do is use a recovery set. Right? Case in point, bring back Lich. Yeah, it only affects every minute. But the amount of... First off, my recovery is already 14. When I dump out, when I drop, it's going to skyrocket my recovery. Right? Now... Currently, what did I do? I brought back the willpower set. Why? For a three-piece set, it brings one of the most heaviest spell damage for a three-piece, 206. But I even did it better because I infused them all with spell damage, knowing my recovery is going to come from the Lich set. That allows me to do dual proc with something like Zon, which has always been a nasty set, and then use the VAT train, right? So when I go ahead and I'm just using this, I would typically probably use a pot. But I'm just showing this. Now my spell damage is almost 5,000, right? And we got this back up to 21. And I'm going to be using, of course, the Apprentice Mundus. I could scale this higher if I want a little bit more divine, but for defensive reasons, like if I wanted to go with, take out these infused pieces and go divine to drop the max magicka, I very well could. I'm going to keep Nern, right? I'm going to keep, and I'll explain why. I dumped Impen, and a lot of PvPers are waking up to that. You're welcome, ESO community. You are fucking welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. For a year? God, you guys are such scrubs. But, nah, man. I'm like, fuck it. I'll bring back willpower. It's an easy set to get. 206 spell. Fuck it. Screw it. You know? I'll do it. And I'll infuse all those bitches and use a recovery set. Right? And then I'll still use something stupid like Zon's. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Now, I can even use, like, if I wanted to use Maul of Inferno or anything, I could. Instead of, I'm just proving a point, you know, because I can, whatever. Because I always use Lightning Form anyways. Now, speaking of Lightning Form, let's get into this. Currently, with Lightning Form, I have a 1620 spell resistance, right? Okay. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yeah, you're going to give up a monster proc. Let's talk about the Caves of Sithis. 5,000 max health, 500 recovery, 10,000 armor. No block. I said this is going to be a Sork's dream come true, right? Because let's look at my stats now. I'm at 25,000 max health. Right? I had no allocation, by the way. And I'll be allocating points just so the scaling on these procs in a minute. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. 25,000 max health. Right? Recovery went up to 841, which is whatever. But look, 25 and 21. Now watch when I hit my lightning form. I'm at 27 and 31. With shields and streak. So at this particular moment, I don't even need the hardening shield because I can even get more recovery from using this shield and have it as powerful, right? Get 1,000 health recovery, and now I get my intellect, my minor intellect, which bumps up my magic recovery anyways. Because that's an elephant in the room, man. That is a huge fucking elephant in this room. That is a huge... Because I'm using Nernal. I'm going to stack fucking Nernal to cut down. And they're going to be like, ping, 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 ping. What's he wearing, heavy armor? No, I'm not even wearing heavy armor. I'm like, really, guys? Really? Come on. Have you all lost your marbles? Have you lost your entire marbles? Now let's get back to the scaling system. Now I told you guys, this is like set up for BG. This would be bad in BGs, right? Still. Right? This is still going to be really nasty in BGs. Because a player like me knows how to do it. You know? It's like, okay, yeah, you nerfed it. Sure. But I haven't even allocated to the CP system. So in BGs, this is still a pretty nasty setup. You know? Yeah, it is. It's slightly nerfed, but I got it back up. Now let's add CP allocation to this nightmare of a scenario, right? Because that's what this is. Once again, guess what I'm going to do? I'll take the crit. I'll take the base crit for whatever. But we'll redirect into this. And then guess what we'll do? I don't think it's... I think it's a no-brainer. We'll take the spell and stuff. Now, I'm just going to put those two allocations in. I'm not even going to put into health or health recovery. And we'll talk about the other nasty shit. Okay. But when I come back in prior to the proc, right? We're sitting at whatever, you know. Okay. Now when we put on the major sorcery again, we're at 1975 per second. And the VAT is now back up to par. You didn't do shit. You didn't resolve the problem. You didn't. You didn't resolve it. You just had to make it a little bit of a headache for people. It's like, okay, sure. I'll keep this proc. I'll keep that proc. I'll put a recovery set on, and then I'll bring back willpower. What the fuck? Like, why? 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 And it's one of the easiest sets to get. It's like, okay, sure. Oh my God, help me. Come on, man. Seriously. Now, let's get back to the elephant. The elephant's really good. So, the Hat of Sithis, right? Now, you can rearrange a few things. You can only have one mythic on at a time, right? But for a Sork, this is a bread and butter fucking set. It's a bread and butter set, right? It's a bread and butter piece. It really, honestly is. I mean, I hate to say that, but it honestly is. Because when we come down to like max health, obviously we'll take it. Obviously we're going to. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get to this max health. And then guess what I'm going to do? Health recovery for the alties. I'll decide when I want to drop them, when I want to, whatever. We'll put into recovery per stage. This is now if they put everything back into campaigns, right? So these two will get slotted. All right. We'll put our natural recovery. And then I have two options, armor rating or max health. Well, I got shields, right? I mean, I even have shields. Most people would think to go ahead and put into Bastion, but tell you the truth, I'm like, I fucking wouldn't need it. It scales health, right? So guess what I'm going to do? It scales health. So I'll put it into health. Fuck Bastion at that point. Fuck it. Now when we go in, hold on. I'm sitting at 997 with 27,000 max health, right? Still the same resistance, right? Except when I use my shield and I go back in, now I'm over 1,000 health recovery and 1868, max recovery. That and I'm still around 30,000 in light armor resistance. I'm like a mobile tank. I have the mobility, I have the survivability, and I can nuke things with a click of a button. Making Sorks once again the most stupid OP class ever. And I have over 4,000 spell damage. Cinemax, you're killing me, man. You're fucking killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. What the fuck? Speaking of, now to get even more ridiculous, I could put a recovery piece on here and then put another proc set. So I'd say, fuck this, and I could rearrange this. But that's, my point of it is this headpiece on a Sork equals nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. You're trying to fix the game? What's that? Homie, say what? Homie, say what? Why? 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 Are you serious? Now, since I'm going to be using the Apprentice Mundus, I'm going to be using willpower. Takes me back to the old days. Oh, such good times. We can even divine my infused pieces to get a little bit more, maintaining my Nirnholm. Because why? Crit derives from base damage. You cut base damage, you mitigate base damage, you in essentially cut out their critical output. So that's why we mitigate it. We go to mitigate. I don't have to compromise a fucking thing. If anything, I've now become Superman. As a sword, what? Oh, gee, wow. Jeez. We're gonna fix it. We've heard your cries. I doubt that. So let's take my one infused piece, which we can't transmute that head. But it was designed. Okay, hold on. So, it's divine anyways. Nice. Narenhone. Okay, yeah, we got 2 pieces of divine. Okay. Let's make sure. Yeah, we're now at 4,003. And then when we add our buff, we're at over 5 now. Making our fucking VAT deal with still a significant amount of damage. Oh, with survivability. You could be literally a Sork on top of him. He'll be like, die, Sork. No, take it. And you could even put some even nastier sets on this bitch because of that survivability. You could literally go balls to the wall stupid. I don't know if... hold on. It's just so stupid, man. It is so dumb. No. Flame Blossom is whatever. I mean, it's a line. It's actually, it would be pretty good on this. You could really, like, hit some motherfuckers up pretty nasty, to be honest. None of those will really appeal to me other than the Flame Blossom or a nasty little proc. Okay, 1 second. Trying to think of overland set. There's a couple overland sets. Battleground sets and what the hell is this? Oh, those are I was about to say, what are they doing that? Okay. I want something really gross. Nothing gross enough. Nothing gross enough. Flame Blossom would be a pretty whatever. I mean, I'm thinking Sork. I could put on the DK or whatever. Technically, you could go on a Sork with this headpiece. You no longer have to run. Take it. Oh. I know. Wait a minute. That fucking Tinker set. Do we have it? It's not in this thing. Why don't I have it? Matt Tinker. There it is. Listen, look at this. Literally, you could run this. I mean, yeah, it's crit. I don't like crit. But that little fucking shit would fucking hit harder than a fucking dog shit by the time you're done. Right? By the time you're done, you'd be like, yo, dude, I'm totally gonna smack the shit out of you. And then we could get like one piece of Kina, right? Add more spell damage or recovery. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, if you want mag recovery, you know, whatever. But my point of it is, you just put one. I'll take one, slide it over. So I could use like a Mulakina piece, one piece. Right? I'm just kind of going over this. And be like, oh man. Alright. Maintain this fucking set. Just put one recovery, 2 spell power. Right? Because this has spell damage. Now, we go in, we use 1 Kina piece. I mean, I'll pick the impen, but I'm not going to keep it impen. Fucking, no spank you. Oh, that's sick. Alright, so... Got that, we got that. Yeah, okay. So we got all this stuff. Now I'm going to come here, transmute my 1 ring, that whatever, back to recovery. Oh, I just need to enchant it. Okay. But I do need to get, you know, keep that divine. Keep maybe like 3 pieces divine for the spell damage. Go with the Nernal. This is so fucking stupid. Go back into your enchantments. Jewelry enchantment. You can put health recovery on this bitch technically too if you wanted to be stupid. Come back in. Now I'm at 16. Add my shield. And I'm at 1886 magic recovery. Oh shit. I don't want to have to do it. Anyways. But we put this on. Hold on. Throw this up. So, now I'm still over 5,000 spell damage. I'm still over 5,000 spell damage. And I got this bitch to deal 11,000 shock damage to enemies in its path. With this being 24 and 23. What the fuck did you fix? Add the lightning form. With this headpiece, I'm at 31 and 26. Shit, Zenimax. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't see his point. I do not see his point. I honestly think you guys have just completely whatever. You know? Seriously. At the end of the day, I'll be honest. I would take 2 procs. This headpiece. And then fucking willpower it out with the apprentice. And what about penetration? Oh, my shit's sharpened and I'm in light armor. I mean, what the hell, dudes? I mean, yeah, I don't like crit. I don't like crit. I'm just using this set as an example. You know, I'm just using this as an example set to get kind of stupid. You know? You know, because everybody gets thrown into the air. Right now it's at 9,797. One buff. One buff because I'm set up, and now we go up to 11? Okay. What the hell? And then we're at a god piece. There's no need to fear. Hefty Sork is here. I'm a god. I make Raiden look like a bitch. And I have mobility. Faster than stronger than Superman, faster than the Flash. Pissing people off with a single bound. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Seriously. Get with it. Oh Jesus. And to all the little scrublets out there who don't think I'm not going to be exploiting this shit properly, you're dead wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. I'm glad they've heard the cries of the PvPers. I'm so glad they've heard the sympathy of why PvP is so fucked up. I am so glad these elite PvPers and these Xers know what the fuck they're doing and talking about. Thank you so much. Please do not watch me. Turn away. Mystic's not going to come out with any toxic shit. Maybe? Anyways, I'll let you guys go. As always, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystic's MMOs. Peace.